good afternoon, Darren Territt. How are you and welcome to the bar?
Good, Gary. Good. Nice to see you. Nice to see a familiar face.
How are
And
you?
have a chat. Good. Yeah, we're all good in the house. Everyone's healthy. Parents are cocooning. We're working away. My wife is still working. She's working at home. My daughter's studying quite hard, and my son's playing the PlayStation. So
You have them all laid out. And where is home?
we're based in Finglas, so Ballygall Parade in Finglas. So it's
North Dublin.
nice. You know? We have a close community as well. So everyone looks after each other on the road, which is good.
Do you do a bit of working from home irrespective of the lockdown?
I'm based in Dublin on my own. I'm the only entity here in Ireland. So I work from home previously anyway. So the big challenge since this has happened is noise levels in the house. So whereas I would have been here on my own working, my daughter would have been in school, my son would have been in work. They're all home now, so they're all pottering around the house and walking past conference calls while I'm in the middle of them and
Yeah.
shouting questions at me, stuff like that. Which is, I think everyone has an understanding now it's going to happen, so it isn't a big issue.
Still on first name terms, or?
Yeah, but funnily enough, we're actually getting on much better, would you believe? We're sitting down to 3 meals a day. Everyone sits around the table. We all have a chat.
At the same time?
At the same time, yeah. But it's unusual because normally the dinner be left in the microwave for me when I come in late, or my son wouldn't eat at all, because my son works Sports Direct, so he works really long hours. So he probably wouldn't come in until 9 or 10 at night. So it's unusual that we're all sitting down around the table together and having a conversation, and even cooking a bit now myself as well, which is something I haven't done in a while.
And is the younger girl, is she affected by any of the exams?
No, she's just in 5th year, so she's quite studious though. So she would have normally got up at 7 and then gone to school, but she's sleeping in a little bit later. But she has her laptop and the videos are on at the same time. So I tend to try and get up earlier, get work done, so she can sit down and listen to the videos and when they're going through telling her what to do in maths and that. So she's a good student, really good student.
Yeah, I have a 5th year myself here, and we haven't spoken about it, but it's amazing. I wouldn't have had a great love for English when I was in school because it was always you had to learn all this stuff by rote. But listening to her and some of the new ways of learning, you have a better appreciation sometimes of some of the bits of Chaucer or the bits of Shakespeare, huh?
Yeah, and then they've got these laptops now, so they're able to look stuff up on videos, and the maths is like I'd be listening to Abby, like I've done maths as an engineer, so. And I'd go down to her and say, "Oh, you're doing coordinate geometry," and she's like, "Dad, go away! I don't want any help. I'm listening to the video." I was like, "Oh, okay, calm down." So you just leave her alone now, So,
yeah. Is that trigonometry and all that good stuff?
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. So I go down and have a chat with her, but she's just got the stage now. She doesn't want me to help her with anything. She's quite happy to do it on her own and use videos online to explain stuff to her.
Well, I'd like to believe that this behind me is real, and it's not, and that I did this portrait myself, which I didn't, of course. But the thing behind you there, the beautiful picture, that's actually one of your wife's pieces.
Yes. So since the lockdown has happened, her business has gone. I think she sold 70 paintings since the start of March.
70.
70, yeah, 70 paintings. But she has a range specifically around. It's on a black background with children sitting on a bench, and there's these balloons going off into the atmosphere with different bright colours. So she's had an awful lot of inquiries of people saying that it reminds them of going from the dark into the light, which reminds them of the situation they're in with their families now.
Okay.
So she's sold like up to 70 paintings in different formats, but mostly those.
Good for her.
Getting frames for her, so she's selling these paintings and she's ordered frames from IKEA, say, to frame them.
Oh yeah.
6 weeks for frames. So
wow.
So
wow. So not only are you working as part of the digital front line supporting the infrastructure, but it's interesting, 2 people in one household whose business effectively has increased slightly in the medium term. That's a
Yeah,
really interesting household.
yeah, it is a really busy household, you know, really, you know, it's great that Michelle has this because she goes through lulls in her business, where, you know, peaks and troughs when she goes to exhibitions and stuff like that.
Yes.
Starline, you know, everyone's been hit in certain ways, you know, our office staff have all been sent home worldwide, and they're all working remotely. Only key people are being left in the manufacturing plants, but we've had our best month in the company's history this month.
Wow.
Which is great for us, you know. We're still manufacturing, but we're manufacturing abiding by distancing measures.
Yeah.
And we've had no issues yet, thank God. So we've 3 manufacturing plants still manufacturing: Singapore, the US, and the UK.
So that's obviously supplying part of the supply chain for projects that are yet to start or yet to commence. Therefore, which is positive for a lot of people to see that there's projects outside of lockdown, outside of the situation that I think 70% of the world is in right now, which is an interesting take on to a lot of people that might be listening to this, where they're looking at best, their business is reduced, at worst, it's gone away. So you're actually you're increasing.
Yeah. So we're looking at it. I think it's from the point of view that we can still manufacture, and our clients are looking to the future and saying, okay, we have these projects coming up. So we rang them and said, look, do you want us to stop production, or do you want us to continue on? So we've continued on with production. We've started to get orders in for projects that they say is going to start when COVID moves away and everyone's able to go back to normal. Yeah. In some cases, we've fully manufactured projects, and they're ready to ship. We've a call with the client or the contractor next Tuesday, and they'll say, okay, we're allowed to accept delivery, so we'll ship them out to the site. So we've actually got some of them in storage waiting to go to site as well.
Of course, you often forget that the manufacturing process is one part of the jigsaw, but then the distribution, and then whether the geographic location is able to take in where they are in the overall scheme. Have you learned anything about yourself?
Yeah, a big thing was I've actually learned to relax, which is something that, you know, I've never been able to do. You know, I'm on the go from 5:30 in the morning until 7 or 8 at night most days. And then when I get home, or even if I'm off on holiday, my wife would be like, okay, we'll go do this and we'll go do that. You know, that's just me as a person. But this situation has forced me to be able to sit down and relax, maybe watch TV. I've started to watch some episodes on Netflix, and just something I've not done, you know. So it's definitely, it's something that will hold to me when we come out of this.
Right.
In my time, I'll be able to relax and rejuvenate and get my energy back, you know.
Habits. I know we read a lot about habits, and if you can get yourself into, you know, muscle memory stuff and memory that you do it so many times, it just becomes normal. It seems that we're going to have another numbers of weeks to train the relaxing muscle, or the so in terms of you mentioned your business, but you guys are, I guess, like a lot of the people who are part of the digital data infrastructure world, are either busier than ever or looking at accelerated programs post this. But what I've been most interested about with companies that I've interviewed as part of this series is that it's not all about them. They're sort of finding either a few quid or a bit of capacity to give a bit to the communities. I know obviously the stuff you're doing with GM is just nuts. It's what is it, changing a whole factory or something?
Yeah, an 11-day turnaround. So they changed their factory to start manufacturing breeding apparatus. So they needed to set the power up above it. So we were able to manufacture the power and deliver it within 11 days and install and operational in their factory in the US. So we are trying to help in the marketplace, and I think everyone is the same. We're all trying to pull together and make sure we come out of this the right way, you know.
It's like a marriage too. The wives, they don't remember all the stuff, but they tend to put them away back of the head. It's usually bad stuff, but at the moment there's a lot of good stuff being recognized, you know. And I think that type of stuff with GM, I think was your client, that's the stuff that should get remembered.
that positivity with the client, you know, and we've talked to all of our clients as well in Europe and said, look, guys, we're here to support you. If you need anything product-wise in a hurry, anything out there, if you've got issues or anything like that, don't be afraid to get in contact with us, you know. So, yeah, and you are right that people do forget, keep the bad things in their minds, and then, you know, we want to try and push forward positivity, and, you know, there is a way out of this. There is a way that this is going to move forward, you know.
And you also mentioned that we spoke about your kids and we spoke about your partner, but your own mother is starting to get digital.
Yes, so my mum is in Clare. They moved down there when they retired. So my mum's cocoon and she's COPD.
Are they from Dublin?
Yeah, they're both from Dublin. Yeah, both Dubs. They moved down to Clare, right down by the coast, down near Kilmill. So I've had to set up FaceTime so we can try and talk to each other. So every time I ring her, though, I have to. This is what I'm looking at, and I'm saying, "Ma'am, you got to move the screen." So, you know, and I wouldn't mind. It's every time I ring her, I have to tell her to fix the screen, and, you know, look, not digital, you know. So look at it.
But that's part of the charm. My own mum and dad, before they passed, how long are bank links in Ireland? 35 years.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Neither of them trusted it to their death. You know, how could you trust a hole in the wall for giving you money? And my father, he developed dementia, and as it developed, he always used to stand talking to the man behind the machine. He said, he's a very lonely fella. I mean, but it was part of the memories and the charm, and and same with your mother. You know, if she was proficient in it and she was teaching you how to use digital, there'd be something wrong, you know.
Yeah, well, she was an accountant in her day, so I still ring her about, you know, finance, account questions, stuff like that. So she's a smart person as well. Like, but when it comes to computers, like every time I go down, I have to fix her computer. So I get down, you know, once a month mostly, but I have to go down and fix her computer, go into it, update all the software, all that kind of stuff every time I go down to her. But look, that's what sons are for, I suppose.
Listen, I was just going to say that at least you're useful for something. You know, I mean, let's call a spade a spade. At least you're useful for something. So it's been really interesting. I think what I'm finding with these chats is that we could probably go on for much longer about the human aspects of what people are going through and what they've found. And you probably know I've learned 3 chords on the guitar, and you're playing a bit of basketball with your son out the back. It's creating memories that maybe we've forgotten were quite enjoyable, you know, that don't require us to get in a plane and go to Barbados, but maybe we could rock up to Connemara, or you know, it's an interesting time, isn't it? It's an interesting time to be introspective of ourselves and what makes us happy and what maybe makes us less sad. Huh?
Yeah, well, I think we're actually communicating a lot better. Like I've also got a dartboard in the back garden. I've got a basketball hoop, football, tennis kit. So, you know, so every day, my son started to train with me as well. Like, so, you know, I train every day in the house. I have a rowing machine, dumbbells, barbells, all that kind of stuff. So he started to train with me now as well. So we started to try and get a bit fitter as well. So, you know, that interaction of me doing that with him, it hasn't happened since I played football 10 years ago.
Are you fierce competitive?
We played together. We won a league together, would you believe? I was in goal at 17 playing soccer, yeah. So he was playing the right wing. I was in goal in the AUL, so we won the league together.
Who did you play?
Played for Griffith Rovers and Finglas United as well.
Good team.
We did, yeah. We went unbeaten for the whole season. It was great. So, you know.
Griffith, just off Griffith Avenue, isn't it?
No, Johnstown Park and Finglas.
Johnstown Park and Finglas. Well, I'm a Southsider through and through, so you can imagine when we used to get drawn. I played Leinster Senior League. When we get drawn against teams in Ballymun and Finglas, it was, you know, you had to put your big shin pads on.
Yeah, look, people. I'm from the south side myself. I'm from Walkinstown, so I played.
All right, you're an import. How were you accepted? Did you have to eat a few raw pigs?
Yeah, I had to get a passport and get it signed by the bishop on this side of the city before I was allowed to marry anyone, you know.
And then, of course, you'd rock up and blokes bleed the same, south side and north side, blokes drink pints together. The crack was always great. It's one of the most beautiful things to experience as a human is team sport.
Yeah, it is. And look at it, everyone comes together with football as well. Like you look at the AOL, for instance, they're putting quizzes up every 2 days for everyone to fill in, and the prizes being put out. So, you know, everyone in the communities are trying to pull together and try and pull the right way. It's just very irritating when you see the people who aren't doing that, you know. There's like 90% of us are all doing the right things, you know.
But Darren, you and I have a love of sport and soccer, and it's always that, you know, what percentage of soccer supporters were soccer hooligans? Tiny. And yet you ask someone who doesn't support the sport, they say, all soccer hooligans. So unfortunately, it's like that. So do you have 3 words? Is there 3 words that sort of sum where you're at? Or
for me, I just want people to try and think of others. You know, we spoke about, you know, if someone's grandparent, and it could be the person down in the little shop's mother who has an issue that if they catch it, they can get sick. Yeah. So for me, everyone out there should be thinking about other people and not just themselves. And we'll all get out of this much quicker and much more efficiently.
Well, Darren, I've really enjoyed it. It's been interesting, educating, and as always, Starline are a great partner of Hosting Ireland. I think from the start, you have embodied sort of the power of the collective and the collectivity of the group. We love having great partners, but people who actually contribute and come in with the right spirit. So thank you for being a Hosting Ireland partner. Thank you for being on the Executive Council. And thank you for this interview. It's been really good. I've enjoyed it. And stay safe, and thanks a million.
Thank you. Thanks very much, Garry.